y'all, what's going on? I hope you guys are enjoying today and however you guys chose to celebrate and whatever festivities you guys decided to be, participate in. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I apologize in advance if you hear some noise in the background. My neighbors, they are shooting fireworks or whatever, so I don't know if the camera is going to pick up on that or not, but I'm just letting you guys know in advance. Um, what else was I about to say? Um, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 5. I'm not sure what episode this is. I was kind of bored with it. I'm just kind of ready for this season to just be over with because they just doing a whole bunch of ridiculous ass shit, and it's just kind of like, really, Mona. Like, really, you know what I'm saying? I'm just over it. What else was I getting ready to say? I also heard that there was a rumor going around that they might be doing individual interviews with all the cast members for the reunion or whatever. And I hope that's not true because that would be boring as hell. Like, no, I want Mona to make them all sit in the room together and face the fucking music. You know what I'm saying? I really hope they don't do it like that. I know they have done it in the past before with the New York franchise. I really hope they don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, it ain't no point of really watching, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I don't care about the first scene that came on with Stevie J, Jocelyn, Mimi and Tierra and Carly, all them talking about Grammy Week. So moving right along, we get Mama D and Jock. Mama D, she's on crutches for her psychotic nerve. Mama D wants Jock to hop on the track with her, and obviously she's been pressing him about jumping on the track with her too, as well as Scrappy. Jock says, that she's an older woman and he's a younger man, and he wants people to take them seriously. I'm just kind of like, well, I don't think nobody would take either one of y'all seriously, whether y'all hopped on the track together or not. I'm just saying, because y'all both is foolish. Okay, but anyways, he tells her that she should do something like the Mama D shuffle, or she should sing about a situation that she's going through. And she says that she should talk about Ernest and the shit that she been going through with him. And she tells Jacques how she put a tracking device on his phone because Ernest has been lying about his whereabouts, this, that, and the third, or whatever. And she says if she finds out he's creeping, she gonna chop his dick off. She used the knife and the fork to fucking demonstrate. I was just like, okay, just calm down, Mama D. But anyways, Mimi and Sierra, they go to Russell Simmons Def Comedy Jam or whatever, and Tony Rock is, I assume that he's the host or whatever. He was up there cracking jokes and everything. Carly, she also shows up or whatever. Carly, she's sitting up here saying that she could care less about Tommy finding out about her and Scrap, but she wanna be more woman to woman with Tierra about it because Tierra is the mother of his kids. I'm like, oh, so now you want to give her more respect, but last week you was just popping all this shit about how she ain't been there for him and all this other bullshit. I was just like, child bad. But anyways, Tony Rock, he's on the stage roasting Mimi about the whole shower rod incident or whatever. And Mimi, she's laughing about it. She's in the better headspace or whatever, so she's okay with the jokes about it now. Stevie, he shows up with Dime Piece or whatever, and you could tell the look on Mimi's face. She is pissed off. She's pissed off, and she's pissed off because just a year ago, Stevie shut her down about management with Dime Piece, but now he's here at, Russell Simmons' show with her or whatever. And Dime, she's like, she doesn't care who sees them or whatever, together, especially, Jocelyn or whatever, this, that, and the third. They all end up meeting up after the show, whatever. Mimi, she pulls Stevie to the side to have a side conversation with him. Dime sitting up here talking about that this is just strictly business and she don't want to get caught up in the triangle of Stevie and Jocelyn and Mimi. I was like, but you just said you don't care who sees y'all out, but you don't want to get caught in the Okay. All right. Whatever. Dime, she asks if, Carly knows that Life is supposed to be married. And we all heard about this rumor, like, I guess, maybe a few months back or so. Carly, she's pissed off or whatever. Um, she's pissed off and she's sitting here saying that, her and Life have an open relationship and everything, but one thing she does not do is mess with a married man. I'm just like, the way your track record has been, Carly, I'm almost quite sure you probably would. I don't know. I'm just saying, I mean, how many men have you ran through on this goddamn show since the show started? Since season one? I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she might got some standards. She might, married men might be her limit. I don't know. But anyways, Mimi, she confronts Stevie or whatever. Stevie, he brings up Jocelyn and pretty much how he's doing this to kind of get under her skin or whatever. But Mimi, once again, she expresses how she's pissed off because she's the one who brought Dime to the table and Stevie shut her down or whatever. And, Stevie, he says that he loves her and everything. He apologizes. And she says action speaks louder than words. And then Mimi starts crying and talking about how he broke up their family by messing with, and he made Mimi call Jocelyn, I mean, I keep on saying Mimi made Stevie call Jocelyn, the stripper or whatever. I broke up our family for the stripper or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, Mimi, see, this is the shit I'm talking about with this foolishness here. Why is we going back to this shit that they supposed to have gotten past, but then again, we all know that Mimi still is not over the shit that Stevie did. Otherwise, she wouldn't be sitting up here making herself look foolish on fucking television. But it's just like, Mimi, why is we going back here with this? You know what I'm saying? He apologized and he like, come on, Ma. I hate it when you cry. I hate it when you cry, Ma. Or whatever. And, they hug and everything. And she tells him he better not play her another fucking time. And, she tells him, I keep on fucking up with them today for some reason. But anyways, she tells him not to play her no more or whatever, this, that, and the third. Anyways, moving on from that, we get Kirk and Rashida. Pretty much they're downsizing from 3 houses to 2 houses. And I didn't really catch the reason why if they gave an explanation. But, I kind of was halfway paying attention during their scene. Kelsey, she's salty because one of the artists that they have on the label is going to be moving into the house, and she's like, what, they're going to move some random stranger into the home I grew up in, and da da da. Like, she was just irritating me. But they pretty much let her know they don't feel like she's ready because of her attitude or whatever, this, that, and third. And, she storms out like a little brat. Whatever. Moving on. Betty and D. Smith. They go to CeeLo Green's house to meet up with him so D. Smith can present him some music or whatever. And also, he's supposed to be a mentor to Betty. She shares the music with him, and I'm just kind of like, I wasn't here for it. And I'm not just saying that because I don't like D. Smith or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe somebody else needs to sing it. I don't know. Because her singing it, I don't know. Did y'all like the song? The little bit that you did hear? Did y'all get a groove when y'all heard it? Or what? Y'all let me know. Anyways, CeeLo, he likes it, so whatever. Moving on. Stevie, he meets up with Faith Evans in the studio, and she asks about how things are going, and, they start talking about Jocelyn and all the stuff that's going on between them, and they start talking about the party with Rick Ross, and, whew, like, I'm just like, god damn. Y'all really is wearing Rick Ross's name. Like, what is it, 3 episodes now y'all mention his motherfucking name? Yeah. They need to be getting paid for this shit, Mona. I'm just saying, like, who was it? KYP561, I think that's her name. She said on the last week's episode of her review that they need to be paying Rick Ross for this shit, and I agree. Much as y'all using his motherfucking name for collateral. I'm just saying. Anyways, they also talk about the interview with Jay Nix or whatever, and how, you know, how him and Jocelyn weren't really married, and this, that, and the third, and Faith is acting all shocked, and I'm just like, Faith girl, you knew like everybody else, them motherfuckers weren't married or whatever. But he pretty much tells her that, you know, he has to get ready for war or whatever, this, that, and third. Anyways, moving on. Ernest and Shirlene, they meet up or whatever to talk about Mama D and about, you know, him not working or not working enough or whatever. Mama D, she pops up on them motherfucking crutches. She looking all through the window before she even goes in to make sure they in there. So she comes in, you know, on her crutches and shit, pissed off. And Mama D, she immediately just asks straight up, is they fucking? And, like, you know, Shirlene, like, oh, lady, please, or whatever. And Ernest, he like, you know, nah, we not fucking or nothing like that. Like, you know, Shirlene has just been a great help to me or whatever. This, that, and the third. Mama D tells Ernest that she put a tracking device in his phone. Shirlene tells Mama D to give Ernest a break. And Mama D is like, how Ernest gonna sit up here and go to, you know, seek help from somebody that's not qualified and everything. I was like, well, in your case, Mama D, you got a point, because, yeah, the type of person you is, yeah, you need somebody with all the qualifications to help your ass out. Okay, I'm just, you know, you're crazy. You're crazy, y'all. You're crazy. My Trey Songz voice. But anyways, Stevie and Jocelyn, they're at Stevie J's friend's crib or whatever out in LA. They're having dinner. Jocelyn says that at this point it's an open relationship, and Stevie asks, you know, if they should just be friends, and she was like, we gonna always be friends regardless or whatever. He brings up the picture with Rick Ross or whatever, and he calls himself a boss, and you know how you don't do no shit like that, you don't take no pictures with nobody like that. Jocelyn says that, you know, it was nothing, it wasn't that serious. Stevie saying that she owes him an apology. She felt like she don't owe him shit. He also brings up how Jocelyn lied about, you know, him having 2 kids or whatever. He talks about how Jocelyn can never admit when she's wrong, this, that, and the third. And, you know, he admits to missing her, but things have to be right for them to be together. They hug it out. Jocelyn, she's full of herself, talking about how she's a good wife, and, you know, even though she ain't in the house with him, she gonna show him, you know, give him a treat any fucking way or whatever, this, that, and the third. And I was just like, here we go with this foolishness. Here we go with this fucking foolishness. And then Jocelyn brings in Tommy or whatever, and Jocelyn says that, you know, Stevie needs to use his dick to make it hot up in there or whatever. And I'm just like, anyways, Jocelyn wants to show Jocelyn wants to show that Tommy is a whore or whatever. And, you know, Tommy says that she's not going to do nothing with Stevie because Stevie is her uncle. I'm like, oh, now you singing a different tune all of a sudden. Because beforehand, you was very adamant with Scrappy Dappy Doo about how you was going to let Stevie J all up inside your clique. I'm just saying. But I mean, I don't know. Tommy probably did just say that shit out of anger, but it was still wrong to fucking say. That shit still made her look fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Jocelyn talks about skinny dipping and all this other stuff. And Jocelyn, she's trying to get Stevie J to jump in the pool with them, but, you know, he ain't feeling it. And he was like, you know, it don't feel right because, you know, that's his nephew and everything, this, that, and the third. Moving on, we get Rashida at her store, whatever, and Kelsey, you know, Kirk's daughter, she has an attitude or whatever. And Charlene, it seems like Charlene don't like Kirk's daughter low key, because every time it's a situation with her, she just seems so hostile. Like, Lord, what's wrong with her now or whatever. I was just like, I don't think she likes this girl. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Rashida explains about, you know, how Kirk and her came to the conclusion that Kelsey is not ready for this. Charlene, she explains the situation with Ernest and Mama D. Kirk, he comes in and brings in the artist that's supposed to be living in their crib, and you know, this, that, and the third. Kirk, he talks to Kelsey because he sees that she has an attitude or whatever, and come to find out, not only is this artist, you know, signed to their label, she's also going to be working at the store with them. I mean, working at the store with Rashida as well, or whatever. So, you know, Kelsey is acting like a brat or whatever. She was like, first, she's trying to, you know, take the home that I grew up in. You know, she's trying to take my house or whatever. I'm like, your house? What bills you pay up in there? You know, she talking about some her house or whatever. And then she was like, you know, she signed to the label and everything. Now she's about to work at press, like they don't need me or whatever, this, that, and third. So she says she's done. She walks out or whatever. Whatever. That's exactly why you not signed to the label now, because of your funky ass attitude. Like, anyways, moving on. Carly, she meets up with Life. Carly brings up the whole married situation. Life, he reads it out loud to her to show Carly that the way the girl worded it is not how Carly... Carly, I guess, like, he was trying to say she misread what the girl was trying to say. Like, she wasn't saying that they was actually married. I assume that's what he was, you know, getting at when he read it out loud to her. But anyways, you know, he brings up, you know, how his homeboy saw her, you know, with Scrap De Leon and everything, and she explains about, you know, the nice things that he's done for her and all this other stuff. And you know, he says that he knew how Carly was from the Jump Street, and how, I guess, basically this open relationship is supposedly one-sided, about how, you know, he knew about how she knew about him, I guess, dealing with other females or whatever, but he didn't know about her dealing with other guys and everything, this, that, and the third. And the way it seems from next week's episode, it seems like as if he gonna, you know, sit up here and act like she's wrong for messing with Scrap, but he's sitting up here, you know, doing his thing too or whatever. You know, she had, you know, in next week's episode, she, you know, talks about how it's a double standard and everything, which it really is. It's like, I mean, if y'all both doing it, then y'all both wrong, in my opinion, at this point. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't sit up here and say, oh, da 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 da, this, that, and third, but you doing the same thing. But whatever, I guess we'll get more into that next week. But he pulls the ring out, and that's where she fake passes out or whatever, or fake faints or whatever you want to call it. But that was my review, y'all. This is the shortest review I have done this season. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, if this is not what y'all wanted, if it wasn't as entertaining or whatever. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video.